Happy Monday, everybody. Welcome on back. Happy February. Hopefully, you had a good weekend. If you had any questions over the weekend, send them in the chat. Let's hang out here until we got open about 40 minutes. We'll be jumping over live to ASFX TV. But how's everyone weekend? Everyone do a good monthly recap, first month of the year. What went well? What do we want to work on in February? What was close, but not quite as we hoped, but close is good. We got stream, like I said, on ASFX TV in about 40 minutes or so. So we'll hop over there. But I'm excited. New month, pretty good January. I mean, I didn't trade every day, which I never have to. But I think there was a few off days because we had one holiday, maybe even two. Then the trade evade issue, and then another day I was just like straight up flat because it was gross. So I think like 4 or 5 days off. So hopefully we can get some more trades in February. But good month nonetheless. What's up, buddy? You're just gonna be muted again. Show some professionalism. It's Monday, but we gotta be professional a little bit.
Did you see who the Eagles hired as their offensive coordinator?
No.
Some guy, Ignata Mannion is his last name. Mannion. Mannion. Don't know who that is. Came out of left field. And this is the shit that like confuses me. It's like, how are they going to just keep putting different offensive coordinators in here and guys like this that I don't even know who he is? He has no coaching experience. How are you going to do that to the quarterback and then turn around and blame the quarterback? I'm just Sean. Yeah. What do you think of this?
Well, where is he from? What's his
I don't know.
background?
I don't know.
College? Was he already in the Eagles?
No. Total outsider from what I saw. Good morning, everybody. Billy, good morning. Caesar, good morning. Good morning. God bless everyone. Yes, Brian. Yes, God bless. Good morning. Happy Monday. We got a lot to talk about, everybody. We had some crazy moves in the silver market overnight. I'll take the screen while you're looking at that, Evan. Crazy moves. I mean, up and down 18.67% already today, everybody, in silver. That's quite volatile. Quite volatile for sure. So
Doesn't look like it, but yeah, up
it
and
doesn't
down.
look like it. Well, I think because you're comparing it to the single biggest day in history right
Yeah, I
here.
zoomed out and I was like, yeah, I guess it
Yeah.
is bigger, but it just doesn't look
Yeah.
like. What do you mean it's down another whatever percent? Looks
I was
fine.
watching it. I had a short last night. I shorted it at market open just to try to catch some of the downside momentum. It popped against me. It closed the gap. My stop was above at like 70 because that dotted line there is previous value area low. So I liked shorts underneath it, right? Still kind of like shorts underneath it. But I got out right here, bro. And then, of course, after I go to bed, fucking tanked lower. So,
Yeah, that's where Tanner longed it right at the
yeah,
open. It seemed like a little bit later, but
he
good thing
bought
he
some
didn't hold
behind
on
it.
to that forever because,
Yeah,
like
he
you
was
said,
on.
smoked it right back down.
Like I love Tanner and everybody too, but like you got to be careful with what you go run in your mouth on Twitter, bro. Markets can flip like that before the Instagram story even posts, bro. That market will flip on you.
I mean, it's a good point because I mean, he said, "I think it goes higher, but I'm just gonna I could take profits here. Like I'm not gonna let this turn around." So he had higher hopes for a bigger target, but still walked away with money rather than thinking it can go higher and still not closing profits. It's like you could. It's fine if you think it goes higher, but you
Right.
still got to take profits off the table.
I don't know if you looked at gold too, bro. Look at that. I mean, you knew it was not just going to stop here. Like when something breaks that hard, and I hope you're getting more experience, you're getting older, you should see this. When you go up 10% a day, when it breaks, it's going to go down 30%. It's going to go down 40%. You know what I'm saying? Like this is how markets work. Nothing goes parabolic and stays parabolic. It's just not the way the dynamics of the market work. I mean, we're now back at the price here where we first started some slowing before it just went absolutely bananas and almost doubled again. Would you be surprised if this thing stops somewhere between here and here? No. But do
No.
I think it's over? No. I think there's definitely buys in here that people are causing this to try to hold support, but I don't know what's going on. This type of a day makes me feel like something happened on Friday. There was a bank closure. It was assumed it was a Chicago bank that closed. Let me get the data here. It was a bank in Chicago that closed and then was assumed, I believe, by First National. Let me pull up the data here. Question in the chat. How long is the opening range? It's 15 minutes, 9:30 to 9:45. Yeah, the data here you go. Ready? There was a closure on Friday due to insolvency. Unsafe financial conditions were deemed for Metropolitan Capital Bank and Trust in Chicago. Regulators shut the bank down because it was in unsafe and unsound condition, and the Federal District Insurance Corporation, the FDIC, took over as the receiver, and First Independence Bank will assume all of the deposits. First bank closure of 2026. So that did happen. They do say on the internet that it's completely unrelated to the silver
Mhm.
crash. But isn't that what you would say if it was also related to the silver crash? Right?
Good timing.
Is your timeline all Jeffrey Epstein
I
on
mean,
Twitter?
yeah, it turned into that after about, like, the
But
afternoon.
I don't even know what's real or what's fake in the emails, bro, because there was an email that looked real and they were saying Trump and Jeffrey Epstein did something bad to some kid. But then someone debunked the email and was like, "This email can't be real because Trump didn't even own that golf course then." And then you put it into Grok, and it was true. It was fake. The whole thing was fake. So it's complete disinformation. Whoever released all these files is just there to confuse all of us. What's even real? I mean, some of it's
I
probably
mean,
real.
like, not that I don't care, but I'm like,
I
I'm
just
not
don't
gonna
care.
go digging for all this stuff where I don't know what's real and, like, none of it affects my life.
None of it.
That's just,
So
like
you
it's
are
good to be up to
wise.
date, not be naive, but, like, I'm like, I don't care because like, there's nothing he's dead. What's gonna doesn't affect
He
me
could
if
be
he
alive. He could be alive, bro.
well,
Who
either
cares?
way, it
But
doesn't
again,
affect my life.
even if he's alive, it doesn't affect my life. So the people on the internet freaking out about it, I was like, I can't even stay on the internet because it was all my timeline. I'm like, I got to get off Twitter. I just
Yeah,
need finance news. I need finance. I don't need Jeffrey Epstein. I could literally, I could care less. And then people are like, you should care. They're hurting kids. Well, a lot of people are hurt all over the world right now while I'm live streaming from my house. You know what I'm saying? You want me to care about all of it? That's not how I'm supposed to live my life, I don't think. I'm supposed to care about myself, my family. Your boy's got a baby girl on the way. What am I doing?
that's
Worried about Jeffrey
crazy.
Epstein. What are we doing talking about Jeffrey Epstein? Right?
I'm just like, it
Now, of
doesn't
course, but it's just I think it's a different time too, bro. Like now, you remember how when we were kids, they were like, don't go in the car with strangers, right? Like it
yeah,
was like a different time of thinking of how you acted. Politics was different. Everything is different now. Would I ever let my kid like there's certain things I will never let my kids do. You know what I'm saying? That were probably fine back in the day. You know what I mean? Like, not that I wouldn't want my kids going to concerts, but definitely uh like I don't want my kids to be the kids that are like storming the front of the concert. You know what I'm saying? Like in concerts now, there's mass shootings, there's people getting trampled, there's issues going on. You need to go to the concert, have fun, but be aware of where you're at and what could happen. That wasn't even a thought back then. So this whole Epstein thing, it's like just be aware there are evil, creepy people in the world. And you raise your kids that way, and that's about as much as you need to do, right? Like if I do a good job as a dad and I teach my kids to not fuck with weirdos and creepy people, I don't really have to ever worry about child sex trafficking or whatever is going on. You know what I'm saying? I just
yeah.
don't. I can just worry about VWAP.
I mean, yeah, you should just like ride your bike to your friend's house down the block or around the even down the rest of town, but
Yeah,
like just be
all
home
over
by
town,
this time just because 'cause you're
all over.
young. Just be home by
Mhm.
this time, but like there's no fear other than that.
Not anymore.
Now it's like, what? No.
You would never let your kid just go riding the bike around like far away from home. Like you're a child. Like you can't do
Yeah.
that. They scoop you up.
Especially, like, once you got a cell phone in, like, 5th grade, I got my first phone, it's like, "Yeah, alright.
See,
Now you can
yeah,
touch base, you could let me know where you're at, and
that's what I'm
go have
saying. It
fun."
was just different times. Like everything was just so
Yeah,
different.
it sucks. Sucks
Yeah,
now.
yeah. Well, you just got to adapt. You got to adapt, you know. What was your thoughts on the setup this morning on all three indices kind of looking like they dipped the same way, dipped and bounced, especially YM. Look at YM almost at new overnight highs.
Mm.
What's up,
Yeah,
Matt?
I
Good
mean,
morning.
it's a nice steady incline. I mean, did it sweep anything to the left? Not really.
Apple's going to open down. Amazon's going to open down. Google as well. All of them. All of them
Yeah,
look
it's
like
tough. I mean, you gotta take into account Thursday, obviously, the big down day. Friday was even bearish. So far today, we're still below where we closed on Friday. So, like, anything from here and there could just be a lower high and maybe even higher. So it's
mhm.
like shorts are probably the more favorable one if they show up. That's like longs could come in, but you're now trying to like time the turn back to bullish rather than if we see a bullish day today, we come in tomorrow, it's continuing bullish. That's a a lot easier of a long.
Yeah.
So on like a Monday, first day of the month, it's been a bearish day. Last 2 days, Thursday, Friday, all this shit in the news. Who the hell knows? Let's just react to that dotted line you got there.
I know, and, like, thank God we've gone through this enough where, like, I'm not sucked into it, dude, but, like, it's just so easy when you go on X to get sucked into a bias, to get sucked into a way
Yeah.
of thinking, you know? Brian just tweeted 12 seconds ago, Brian Shannon, I sold half my Bitcoin over the weekend at a small loss, giving the balance some room in here. He's got a lot of key VWAPs. He can see this thing lower. He thinks Bitcoin can go to 64 here in the next few days. It doesn't look good. That's for sure. I mean, it's
That's
bouncing today, but it's sitting at these equal lows back
70s.
from April. Yeah,
I mean, yeah, would you say back to where we were last November? Oh, no. Yeah, like April.
April, but also these were the highs from early in 2024, you know? I do think it's, I don't know. If I was telling you about this, the buying this leveraged thing to take advantage. I mean, when you look at that now, look at it today, going to gap down to 21 on
That's
Bitcoin.
Bitcoin leverage?
This is Bitcoin leverage. It's called BitX. It's a 2x leveraged Bitcoin ETF. All time low on this thing is $9. We're at $21 today. All time high is 76. So instead of like the reason you'd buy this, right? Look at the percentages. If this goes back to all-time highs, you could make 230%. But if I just buy Bitcoin and it goes back to all-time highs, I make 60%. You see the difference?
60?
60.
Hmm. Yeah. Exciting and
60%.
dangerous.
Yeah, I mean, I can also get a lot more BitX than I can get Bitcoins. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? And I'm
True.
the whole thing, I was ready to dump my entire life savings into this on Friday.
Jesus.
And then
Michael Saylor?
no, and then you read all this stuff about the Epstein thing over the weekend, and bro, they were talking about Bitcoin. They were calling
Yeah.
Michael Saylor a creep. He's like on drugs. They were saying how this Bitcoin thing is working out for us. The Satoshi pseudonym is working out for us in an email. Is that email real from Jeffrey de Ghislaine? I don't know, but it says it's real. I got it on my Twitter. I'll show it to you. And they're like
Yeah.
talking about Solana and Ripple and saying how they will hurt the ecosystem of what they've created. But remember, I was saying to you, this could be the CIA could have created this coin. Like, who knows? Did you know I was at the Grammys?
Why is that supposed to be you?
Somebody screenshotted that on their look. Put it next to my face. Does it look next to me?
Yeah, it's not bad.
It's not bad.
It's not too I mean, the beard really helps.
The beard
Tight
really
hair.
helps. It's funny.
Trevor Noah's such an ass.
He is, dude.
I don't
Oh,
even know,
dude.
like, what does he have? He's got his own show, I guess, at some point in the night,
I
but,
think.
like, he's just never been funny.
Did you watch any like the musical performances?
No.
Okay, well then let's not talk about that. Let's talk about this stuff. So like there's these two interviews with Steve Bannon that have gone all over with Jeffrey Epstein, the black shirt and the white shirt. They're long. When you listen to him, bro, they were talking about like time travel, like he's talking to all these smart people. It's crazy. Yeah, and then the conspiracy theory of the entire weekend probably. Jeffrey Epstein is Mamdami's dad. What?
Or
What?
I didn't see that one, but yeah, I saw that his mom was photographed with him.
Yeah, so like look, this is the one I was
Yeah,
telling
that's what I saw.
Democrats intentionally spiked these Epstein files. Trump's golf course, blah, 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 Rancho Palos Verdes didn't open until 2006, but they're saying that at Trump's golf course in Rancho Palos between 1995 and 1996, there's a complaint about something against Trump and Jeffrey
Mhm.
Epstein. So, like, what's even real?
They're also saying that, like, he kicked him out after someone came back from the island and said that he was weird. An
Jeffrey
employee or
Epstein,
someone that was, like, 18 said he was being creepy, so he
I believe
banned him
it.
from there, whatever. It's like, I don't know.
They got Jay-Z in here, bro, with Harvey Weinstein naked in some room. It's bad, bro. If these are real, like it's just so crazy and so bad. Like these ones with the Pizzagate thing, listen, like they talk about like, look at the like who writes this email to Jeffrey Epstein? This is better than a Chinese cookie. See attached. Let's go for pizza and grape soda again. No one else can understand. Weird. It's just weird. There's weirder ones too. I wanted to let you know the crew really appreciated the pizza today. Thanks for letting us do that.
I mean, pizza's gotta be code, is it
It's
not?
code, right? Well, they say it's code for like child pedophilia.
It's
One of these
gotta be.
emails, bro, I think it says um, George Bush killed someone. Like, it's incriminating George Bush. Some guy in UK Parliament stepped down last night because of these emails, they said. Oh, this one's the funniest one. You're going to just read this, bro. Just read that.
I mean, is that real though?
Is that wild, bro? He goes, "Who is
2012,
this? Who's
2012.
who's talking again? Who's calling me saying they're pregnant?" The ending is wild, bro. If that's true, Bill Clinton goes, "Who's speaking?" It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, there was also what Bill Gates was in there.
Yeah, look at this one.
Everybody.
To Jeffrey Epstein. And then, of course, they decoded who that is. Her name is Susan Hamblin, and she runs some type of organization called Kids to Families, which, again, kids, weird. She goes, "I give you permission to kill him. He is apparently he lied to you and he lied to me." What, bro? 2014 at 7 o'clock on a Monday night, just calling for an execution, telling Epstein to kill somebody. It's pretty crazy. And he would use these terms, bro, about, look, the subject is yacht slut. And then he would use these terms called like goyim, which is a term, if you look it up, I'm pretty sure it means, it's a Hebrew term or like a Yiddish term for non-Jews. So like he's saying, no, non-Jews in abundance, JP Morgan execs are brilliant wasps, white Anglo-Saxon Protestants. So like when I was down this rabbit hole, bro, it's religion. Like Jeffrey did not like people that were not Jewish. And he was trading corn. Look at this one. This guy, to Jeffrey Epstein, Paul Barrett says, "I think we should pick up 2 million of the December 11 corn contract. The planting report looked terrible. I think we should start at 1 million." I think is what it said somewhere. So like he's also trading. Like he's actually making trades. Here you go. "I've spoken to the founders of Bitcoin who are very excited." From Jeffrey Epstein to this guy, Rafat Aslabal. I don't know. There was a couple of Bitcoin ones in here.
Yeah, there's the fractional banking. I saw all those clips.
To Satoshi, like, is this real? To Satoshi from Jeffrey. "I would be delighted if you could join me in my island. Blah, blah, blah. Please let me know. To Satoshi, dear Jeffrey, go fuck yourself." Is that real? I don't know, dude. But here, this one looks a little more real. This is to Jeffrey from Austin Hill. Don't know who that is. And also Reid Hoffman, who's like a huge Democratic donor. He wrote, "Hi, guys. Obviously, we've seen Stellar, which is the coin, Stellar Luna, whatever it's called. I'm not sure what the relationship with Jed and the team are. I know obviously some of the players, but this is a problem for us. Would one of you please give me a call at blank? I can explain some of the issues, but basically, I've been asked by the other co-founders of what? Bitcoin, to reduce or take your allocation away. Ripple and Jed's new Stellar are bad for the ecosystem we're building, and it does our company damage to have investors who are backing two horses in the same race." That seems like they're talking about Bitcoin, doesn't it? Bitcoin would be a problem, or these Ripple would be a problem for Bitcoin, for the ecosystem of money control that they want. Interesting. Here you go. Not like, dude, I mean, we don't need to do this. It's just deep. Like
I mean, you were in the hole, it seems
I was
like.
in the hole, bro. Well, look, I'm ready to like think Bitcoin is the way we'll fight inflation. No, dude, Bitcoin's probably not the way we fight inflation because it's controlled by the fucking elites. This is what's going on.
I mean, yeah, there was always that clip of if you knew who started Bitcoin, it would go to zero.
To Jeffrey from Jason Kalakanakis, the guy on the All In podcast. "Hey, pal, running out to a kid's birthday party. We'll dig up their info. So, these are the folks who are not trying to build a business. They are the crazy open source folks who are radicals. Their motivation is more in line with WikiLeaks or Wikipedia. I had these guys on my TV show on the web, YouTube, startups, Gavin Andreessen and Amir Taki, Bitcoin." And then he links it. "Best, Jay. I would like to get in touch with the Bitcoin guys. I'm happy to see you doing well." That's what Jeffrey said to him. And then he replied back, "I'll dig up their info." This is in 2011. Jason Kalakanakis should respond to this.
15 years ago. Crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think at the current price of Bitcoin too, Michael Saylor is like at break even or just underwater on his position. Like we're right at it.
I was reading someone this morning was at like a $6 billion loss right now, which if it continues to be like the third or fourth largest realized
That would
loss
that would not
in
surprise me,
history.
considering just how much James is arguing with me that didn't Phil Ivey get caught cheating? I Googled it and it said he did. Chat, am I wrong about this? Phil Ivey was reading the edges of cards. Like he was definitely cheating. He was not playing the game the way it's supposed to be played. He found some type of edge, whether you call it an edge or you call it whatever you want to call it. Motherfucker's cheating. You know who Phil Ivey is, right? The poker player?
No,
No? He's like, they say he's one of the best poker players of all time. Black
no,
dude, bald head,
I don't know.
always wearing a baseball hat. Good morning, boys. Good morning. What's up, everybody? Playing with the new indicator? Nice, nice. Yeah, so the indicator you see on my screen with the VWAPs and the POCs, we're working on refining that. That hopefully will be out in 2 weeks for you guys. We're getting closer.
Yeah, couple bumps, smooth out the edges. But we got some news this week. I feel like Friday we had news which was like unordinary or something was pushed back. Right? Is it PMI today on a Monday, which just normally doesn't happen?
I don't know.
Yeah, we have manufacturing PMI today. Jolt's job openings tomorrow. Wednesday, ISM services PMI. Thursday, unemployment as always.
Look at
Friday's
this.
NFP. That's a news week if I've ever read one. Every day, either pre-market or slightly after the open, there's a red folder, including
That's okay.
today. So hopefully that brings some noise, but some direction, some volatility, not just ranging. See some trend, but definitely keep that in mind. NFP week, some news on the other days. As you should always take it slow, no matter what the news is, but even more so. We got like 20 minutes or so until we hop over to ASFX TV. I mean, we're still 20 points away from pre-market high, so I don't know if we'll get that here before the open, but buyers are definitely trying to hold us in here for the short term. For you to bring one, AJ? For you to bring business cards along to the boot camp? Sure. Can't hurt. What was James Aries handing out last year?
He was handing out business cards.
Yeah, he was handing out some card with his name on it and everything he likes or something like that. Or was that Dallas? Either one. But that was funny.
This is going to be so bad, dude. When look at the way he would talk. He would wrote, I don't know of any, and they did a great job closing most. He's talking about tax loopholes with Larry Summers, bro. Fucking Larry Summers, like in the government. He said, close most of them, at least for the Goyim, at least for the non-Jews. Like, this is what the people are going to run with and be like, this is why Jews run the world. He's going to make us all look so bad, bro. They're going to chew this up.
What was it, 3 million? I mean, I think the first tweet I saw said like 3M files or something like that.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Here you go. Wait,
Like,
he's
what is that,
giving
like,
advice.
is that like a gigabyte? Or like, what's M? I'm like,
He's
wait, they
giving
had
it.
3 million files?
Yeah, 3 million followers or
Like,
files.
that's insane. They're saying like all of it together could be upwards of 6. I'm like, who the hell is reading 6 mil?
Here, wait, listen to this. This is advice for you, buddy.
Don't trade every day.
The people to trade stocks or trade currencies.
I don't trade every day. I think that's like Woody Allen said. It's you can't beat the bank. So I try to pick my spots. George Soros picked his spot when the pound collapsed. This would have been a great money-making opportunity that passed me by when I was in jail, but that's not how I think.
Give advice to people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
I gotta
That's
seek
not how
him
you
out.
think. You got into jail because that's the way you think, dude. He's full of shit. You're looking at like a puppet master. You can't believe anything he says, which why it makes it so interesting to listen to him. Look, they were even running Disney Cruise Line to his island, bro.
Like the big boy?
Captain Nautica's snorkeling expedition to Little St. James, which is Jeffrey Epstein's island. So why would Disney be going to his island, being allowed to run snorkeling trips to his island? It's just weird. I'm not saying nothing. I'm just saying that's weird. It's not Norwegian Cruise Line, Royal Caribbean Cruise Line. It's Disney Cruise Line. They all got kids on them, but I'm just saying it's weird. Yeah, look, this guy's talking about Jeffrey Epstein. This is the way the Jew makes money. Like, who talks like that? Yeah, he said something about like let the goyim live in the real world. Like he was talking about how like Jews make money on market crashes and speculation and all this stuff. Look at this. He had an idea for a new currency, one called Sharia, that would be like the dollar, but every dollar has it printed on it, "In God we trust," which would be him trolling the Muslims. And he's like, the Middle East could have its own Sharia for internal use amongst Muslims. So again, like religious, like he's grouping people. Like, look at the way he's thinking, right? This is from Jeffrey. In addition, a digital currency like Bitcoin could be used to form a new Sharia compliant digital currency. Very exciting. I've spoken to some of the founders at Bitcoin who are very excited. So what was going on? It's just, you see what I'm saying? Oh, wait, this is the last one. This one's crazy. In August 2006, Epstein, a month after the federal investigation on him began, he invested $57 million into Bear Stearns' high-grade structured credit strategies enhanced leveraged hedge fund. Say that 5 times fast, right? This fund was highly leveraged in mortgage-backed collateralized debt obligations. Remember CDOs from Ryan Gosling in The Big Short? That's what he says, right? On April 18th, so this is August 2006, now next April, an investor in the fund who had invested $57 million discussed redeeming his investment, taking his money out. At this time, the fund had a leverage ratio of 17-1, which meant for every dollar invested, there were $17 of borrowed funds. Therefore, the redemption of this investment would have been equivalent to removing $1 billion from the thinly traded CDO market. Follow that?
Yeah.
The selling of the CDO assets to meet the redemptions that month began a repricing process and general freeze in the CDO market. The repricing of the CDO assets caused the collapse of the fund 3 months later in July, and then eventually the collapse of Bear Stearns. Did Jeffrey Epstein redeeming his $57 million lead to the great financial collapse? Because he took so much money out of an illiquid fund that was over-levered, the fund basically wobbled and shook the whole market, then everything came out. That would be crazy. But what's even more interesting, because I've read so much of this Epstein stuff this weekend, the video clip of him with Steve Bannon, he's explaining, he's like, if the average Joe understood banking, how when you give the bank your dollar, they loan out 9. He's like, no one would believe it. The banks would be on a run. No one would trust the system if people really understood that. So he's saying that in a clip out of his mouth. I saw that years after the 2008 financial crisis. Is he admitting to what he did? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, listen to what I just read and then listen to what he said. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's saying he knows the average guy would not trust the banking system if they knew how it worked. And he knows how it works. And he was involved in a fund that was leveraged 17-1. For every dollar you gave the fund, they would loan 17.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, probably even still to this day, people think like their 20 grand they put in there just sitting there in a box.
No.
Like the 20 grand they put in the bank. It's just a digital thing on your computer of how much you're owed, really.
And then now add in his comments about the Jew does this, the goyim does this. I live in the goyim, they live in the real world. They go dig the ditches, they pick up the trash. That's the way he thinks. The Jew, we make money on these ways, right? Like making money on borrowed leverage and confusing them. And like he even said that in the interview. He was like, Wall Street uses words like derivative and stock options and things like that to confuse people and make them not want to understand. When in reality, he said Wall Street doesn't do shit. They just layer leverage on leverage and just make money on the fees. Oh, it's super
That's
interesting,
simple.
bro.
What a time.
Yeah,
That's for
it's
sure.
crazy.
Yeah, don't get me in the rabbit hole before they open.
I know. I'm sorry.
We're not even.
I didn't
scratching the
sleep all night.
surface.
I've been up in the rabbit hole. I'm actually
Yeah.
up the rabbit hole now. YM pre-market new high here, coming in a second. It's one tick away from it. NQ's far from it. Trying to retake into its value area. So like based on our value area indicator, you're probably looking at in here as being more rotationary, right? Where we don't know what exactly side we want to be on. So
All-time high is at least on NQ at pre-market high, like 640.
all-time high on NQ.
All-time high VWAP, sorry.
Oh. I was like, what, bro?
Because it hasn't made one quite as
Don't
recent as
confuse me,
ES.
dude.
It's
It's
still been
Monday.
playing around it.
Yeah, it's far from its actual all-time high too. But yeah, we're moving over to ASFX TV, everybody. We're going to be live there. We do our giveaways there. We do all our fun stuff there. So if you're not
Yeah.
signed up, you can click the link in my bio, and that will get you a first month free. Or Evan's bio. Both work.
Yeah.
Are you going to be okay holding it down next week while I'm gone?
Time will tell.
I'm bringing all my shit. Don't worry. We're streaming. And my, Bill, my father-in-law, I told you before, he was interested in trading. So
Yeah.
now with Randy coming on this ski trip, because you know how I am, bro. Like, I don't push anybody into trading, even my friends. Like, I don't talk to them about it. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Well, I thought about it and I'm like, dude, Randy is gonna fucking convince him 100%. Because like Bill already bought a laptop, Bill's already watched Futures 101. Like, he's already interested. And I'm like, Randy, couldn't you just see Randy looking at him and be like, oh no, you have to do this? Like with a big smile on his face. Like, no, it's not even a question. Like, if I were even talking about if you should
Yeah.
do it, it's all right.
They
So
started Instagram.
right. No, so what advice would you give to someone that can't trade New York market open? Would you tell them to trade pre-market or would you tell them to trade Asian session? What should I do?
Oof. Fuck. I mean, I traded pre-market more so than I've ever traded Asia session, I feel like. Right, there was a time when I would like the trading session started at 7:30. It wasn't like waiting for the
Well,
open
think
because we
about
were
not
on.
just you, think about like Randy, think about other people in the like where
Yeah.
are you seeing people make money that
Yeah, I mean,
you would tell them to focus on?
definitely more people trade Asia session, I feel like, than like trading these indices at like 8:30 or 7 o'clock. At least
Right.
what you see, like they stayed up at 3 o'clock West Coast time. It's not late at all. They're trading it like a normal session. So I feel like Asia session would be something to watch, but like I still just don't love those. You gotta learn how that moves at Asia session. I don't really study it like Randy does or Tanner or even you. You watch it more than I do. I'm checked out until the next morning. But advice would just be, yeah, you gotta just watch it, study it, study it, study it before you start trading it.
You see this, we got a lot of earnings this week. AMD tomorrow,
Mm.
PayPal tomorrow, Palantir after the close, Uber this week, Google this week, Amazon this week. Yeah, here's our news. 10 a.m. today, 10 a.m. tomorrow, 8:15 and 10 a.m. Wednesday, 8:30 Thursday, and then Friday, 8:30, 8:30, and 10 o'clock. Unemployment news, non-farm news is critical. Jolt's job openings on Tuesday, manufacturing. Yeah.
Yep. Should be a good one. Lots of movement. Most of it coming pre-market, which I guess is good. Don't have to sit out until 10 o'clock,
Oh,
10:30.
dude, they still do this with the groundhog? Put that guy back, bro.
Get ready
Don't
for
just
6 more
yeet him out
weeks.
of the fucking dude, just yeeted him out. It kind of looks like a cat and a rat mixed together, doesn't it? He is freaking
They
out,
do it
dude.
now.
They're doing it
They'll get
right
ready
now.
for 6 more weeks from like today.
Yeah, I guess so.
Because that seems pretty normal. Yeah, that'd bring you like mid-March.
Right.
That's actually kind of crazy. Mid-March,
It's
it
kind of
gets like
crazy that look,
warm.
why are they
And you're like,
reading to this groundhog? This groundhog can't read. Why are they wearing these hats too? It's tradition, I guess. It's fucking freezing out there, bro. They're in Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania. They're at the Groundhog Club.
how far is that from you? Go check them
Oh,
out.
dude, we should fucking GPS it and go.
That'd be sick. I don't understand that. He saw his shadow. He didn't see it. What the fuck did that come from? That we're doing it in 2026. Yeah, you're almost like a month and a half, 2 months at most, and you'll be nice weather again back there. So you're halfway through it. Crazy, it's already February. It was freezing here yesterday, even this morning. I turned my
No,
heat
so
on,
did
even though
so.
my place had heat.
It's crazy.
Ryan, I'm new in trading. Does today look like a mean reversion day slash balanced market? I mean, I don't try to predict what day is going to be a mean reversion. I just try to always trade with trend. Unless it's a range day, then you pick your levels of a range. But just stay unbiased, Brian. Just trade on the right side of VWAP. Look for your trending spots. It looks very up and down. We're right back pretty much where we started the open at 6 p.m. last night. So a whole lot of nothing. We'll see how the first 15 minutes shakes out. 30 minutes, 45, whatever. Who knows what today could bring? Bobby Boucher. What's up? Saw his shadow. Yeah, it's 6 more weeks. I mean, 6 more weeks is nothing. What was it? What would it have been anyways? 4 weeks if he didn't see his shadow? How does that shit work? It's gonna be cold.
Yeah,
Van, what's up? Good morning.
market's opening here today. It's going to be at an interesting point. Extended off the overnight VWAP, right under value area low on ES. I do like that for shorts. YM is just a full down and back, man. Down and back. You go, you see that fence down at the end of the field? You go run and touch that fence and come right back. That's what YM did today. Just
Yeah, unless it
sprinted into the
just
field.
sinks at the open here, you got a lower
Yeah.
high again. I mean, look at last Thursday and Friday, a choppy shit show.
No, trend is down. Trend is down. So we're looking more at shorts. Undervalue area low, we're looking at shorts. Bookmap has orders above. Otherwise, I could see you trying to be short into market open on a day like this. It's
Normally,
just
I mean, if I was
it's
looking at yeah, because it's like it's so high already from VWAP with no pullbacks. I'd just be trying to time it a little bit at the open of like, let's just get some profit taken up here and get a little bit scalpy on the short. I mean, it's really like YM hasn't respected VWAP at all. Cut to the downside, cut right through on the upside.
yeah, I
I
wonder
mean, it's
like what that
pre-market,
means.
so
Like in this environment, if we're
doesn't
not
care.
seeing VWAPs respected, what does that mean?
The world is ending. I mean, you got a little bit of holds here on NQ. Again, if we come back down, see how it respects 25,400, we definitely want to go trade back to low of day or back to high of day. This would be the, I guess, probably most pivotal spot of like, do we bounce in the middle of this range if we get back down to view up, or do we slice through it and continue bearish? That's why you let the first 15 minutes shake out to see what kind of strength there is, how the stocks are opening up and behaving. Are they filling gaps? Are they just straight red? What's happening? I could love the longs right now and love the shorts in 30 minutes. Luigi duck race today? I don't think so. You guys got one on Thursday and Friday last week, and I think Tuesday too. But we'll do some more this week. Not today. Yes, keep it safe and play by the rules. Most important. Play by the rules. We'll be live on ASFX TV in 5 minutes or so. Austin's going to fire it up. We got Randy coming on. And then, yeah, should be a good week. Full schedule. And even if you bring it down to this 1 minute here, you see these breaks above the overnight at like 4 in the morning. Consolidates, pulls back. Nice little pop. Pulls back. Nice, another little pop. I have it very faintly on my screen. You guys can see, maybe not even the valuary here. Try to blow it up a little bit more. Thickness. Also change the color. Make it a little bit darker. Lots of settings. Playing with them still. All right. Maybe a little bit. Now you can see the line a little bit. But right at that valuary low, previous. So we'll keep an eye on it. Where the other levels above us. So previous day's point of control is above us. Yeah, like Austin was saying, right at that high of pre-market. Lots of lines going on. This is the opening range. You can turn that off the next few minutes. Everyone see these levels? I know it's gray and faint. I just don't want it distracting me with all these colorful lines. I'm gonna have VWAPs on my chart as well, so just minimal noise. And even this, I don't know if I low of day VWAP, turn that off for now. And I might want this on the top right. Do I like that better? I guess not. If we're gonna be bullish today, we're gonna be going up towards it. So I probably want that away from it. So many decisions, chat. Really, that mean nothing. All right, last call for questions. We're gonna be jumping over to ASPEX TV in a minute or so. Austin's already over there. Bri, I don't know. Probably I don't tell you guys enough to like the stream and like the post enough. Do you use an indicator for the previous value area? Yeah, so that's part of this new indicator that we're working on. You get all the VWAPs that manually automatically paint for you, but also opening range, initial balance. You can mark off all-time high, yesterday's high and low, today's high and low, all these different levels, as well as the previous day value area levels. Yeah, change the style of them, thickness, dotted, price. And then you can see here, I have all three of the indices. I mean, you could turn one off, two off. It also doesn't need to be the indices. You could search gold for all I care. Here I don't watch gold as something I'm trading, so I just have ES, NQ, and YM. See how all three of them are in relation to their VWAPs, if they're above, below, broken. And then even things like here, I could add price, volume, percent change, all in this dashboard on the bottom right. Customize it however you want. But yeah, those are the things we're mostly focusing on right now. These previous day value area levels. Randy's the one taking the reins on that one because he watches it the most heavily. Just making sure it's printing correctly every day because we don't want any issues of it not being accurate. Because I think one of the days it wasn't. It was off by a few points, and then on like a bank holiday, it was like painting somewhat wrong. Whatever, So just getting the fine details ironed out, and then you guys could have it. Is the new indicator going to be free? No. No, no, no. We'll still have the free indicator, but this one will not be. But all right. Appreciate you all tuning in pre-market. I'll be back again on Wednesday and Friday. As always, we'll do some duck races on Fridays at least. Maybe even Thursday. I'm not too sure what Austin wants to do there. We'll always give away some top 1 futures accounts. So if you need some more there as well. As of this morning, the sale is still there that if you need an account, your first Trade Evade account or your next one, 60% off if you use my code, and then 40% off every account after that. So if you need an account, it's at least there this morning. I checked, but I know that sale is going away. So don't let 60% slip through your fingers and get 40% instead. Try code Evan, and it'll always match the best deal. So whenever you put in my code, you'll see what the sale is. There's never going to be a better one, better code you could find for sale wise. So either way, let's have a good day. Austin's firing it up over here. Let's have a good one. I'll see you guys in the afternoon. Let me know if you need me. I'll see you guys on stream here, and let's have a good Monday. Keep it tight.